Hi Year 7, Mr. Tapley here to walk you through your next lesson of Year 7 Humanities in week 3 of term 2. So in the previous lesson we looked at, well, what is work? So defining work, the different types of work that exist. This lesson we're going to take the next step and look at, well, why do we work? What are the, if we look at our learning intention here, what are the financial and non-financial benefits of work? So what can we gain from work in terms of finances, so related to money, and then non-financial benefits, so things that don't necessarily relate to money, but they still improve our lives. Success criteria is hopefully by the end of the lesson, you'll be able to identify and explain the different benefits of work, of employment, and to evaluate the positives versus negatives of employment, of having a job, of working. So why do we work? As we discussed in the previous lesson, a primary reason for being part of the workforce is earning an income, so your salary and your wages. This income allows you to meet your needs and wants through purchases of goods and services. However, this is not the only benefit of employment. So if I ask you guys in the classroom, why do we work? Probably the first thing everyone would say would be, well, to get money, to get paid. Make that paper. And that's, it's an important part of having a job, is earning an income, because you can meet your needs and wants by buying goods and services, like food, buying entertainment, electronics, paying for electricity and running water. All of those things come from employment, from a financial benefit of having a job. However, the benefits of employment are many, and they can be classified as either financial or non-financial. So, the financial benefits of employment are these positive changes or advantages to our lives related to an increase in the money that we have as a result of having a job. So they can be earning a regular income to participate in the economy as a consumer. So part of the circular model of economics is consumers purchase items from producers. Producers can then use that money to pay their staff, pay other people who now have jobs because you've purchased an item as a consumer. They can also use the money that you've given them to build more goods and services, which can then be used to, it's a circle, you get it. So having a job means that we can participate in the economy as a consumer. So as a result of a job, one of the financial benefits is I can now be a consumer, so that's something useful. Exchanging money earned for goods and services to meet our needs and wants, we've talked about that. And then creating and maintaining a good standard of living, not just for yourself, but for other people, so your family, your friends. It's very important to be able to support yourself, but also others. So in some families, only one individual works in the family, and so an income, so a financial benefit of having a job is that they can not only create a good standard of living, so provide people with the things they need to live happy and healthy lives, but also to maintain it for a long period of time, so months and years. So those are the financial benefits of work. But there's more to work than just earning money. The non-financial benefits to employment are these positive changes and advantages to your life that are unrelated to the increase in money that a job provides, and they include meeting new people, forming professional or personal relationships. Some of your best friends, some of your best mates will probably be people you meet working part-time at Macca's in year 9 or year 10, or working full-time or working part-time in university. You meet people, you get to communicate with people, and that's one of the benefits of work, non-financial benefits. You also form professional relationships. So you'll form, if I was I am a teacher, kind of, and I will form professional relationships with other teachers at our school, at different schools, and I'll get benefits from that in that they'll be willing to share resources like textbooks or PowerPoints, or they might be able to offer me new ideas to improve my understanding of how to teach. So you see that in all types of jobs, professional and personal relationships. Another non-financial benefit is you have the opportunity to pursue an area of interest or passion. So you're not just working because you want a paycheck, you're working because you want to enjoy what you do. So I had a friend in high school who really enjoyed animals, it was her favorite thing in the whole world. She went to the University of Melbourne, she studied biology and zoology, and now she works at the Melbourne Zoo. So that's something that means that she goes into work every day with a big old smile on her face because she's pursuing an area of interest or a passion. So it could be sports, science, whatever you're into. One of the benefits of work is that you get to go do that thing you really enjoy every day. Developing skills and abilities, then having the opportunities to use these skills. So whatever job you do pursue in the future, you're going to gain really valuable skills you can use in other jobs, you can use outside of work. So I learned how to work in a team when I got my first part-time job at a cafe. I learned how to handle, difficult situations by dealing with really crappy customers working in the hospitality industries. And you learn valuable skills like how to use computers, how to dismantle computers, design apps, all sorts of things. These skills and abilities you'll develop as non-financial benefits. Final one I'll talk about here, final top point, is that working should, if you get some experience, if you've done it for a while, if you gain some expertise, you should improve your self-confidence, not just at work, but outside of work. So you might go to work, you might absolutely kill it, you do an amazing job, then after work you go to football training, or you go to band practice, and you're going to carry that confidence into that other aspect of your life, and it's going to really help you, it's going to improve your physical health, your mental health, it's going to lead to you being very happy, hopefully. And that's a non-financial benefit of work. Improving your team and leadership skills. Some people work individually, and that's fine, but others who work in teams will improve their communication skills, their teamwork skills. If you're leading the team, you're obviously going to improve your leadership skills. So those are non-financial benefits of working. So, only got 4 questions that we're looking at today. You should be able to answer these questions using the information in the slides, but if you guys go to chapter 20.8, you'll find a lot of the information we've been talking about is in this chapter. It's just presented to you in a different way. So if you're still not understanding why people work, the financial and the non-financial benefits, if you read through chapter 20.8, that should provide you with some, not necessarily new information, but different information that will hopefully help you understand this topic. So that's there for you if you need it. But back to the questions. So just completing these 4 questions in your digital notebook, that's all you're doing this lesson. What is important to you? Using the financial and non-financial benefits listed in the previous slides, answer the questions below in your digital notebook. So question 1, do you believe the financial or non-financial benefits of work are greater? Explain your response. So looking at the non-financial benefits and the financial benefits, which one of those, next lesson. Which one of those do you believe is more important or more valuable in your opinion? No wrong answers. No wrong answers in humanities as long as you can explain your answer. So you can say, I believe this is more important and here's why. As long as you add that why, you should get full marks. So question 2. Select your most and least important financial and non-financial benefit to employment. Justify your response. So again, you're offering your opinion on 1 or 2 things and then you're telling me why. Getting you guys to think about the way you think, reflect upon your thinking, and then explain yourself. So for example, maybe you don't really like working in groups, you prefer to work individually. So maybe this benefit here, this non-financial benefit, is your least important benefit to employment. And then you tell me why. And then you need to find your most important benefit. Question 3. What a person does is more important than what he or she is paid. Do you agree or disagree with this statement, and then why? So some people will go into VCE, they'll go through university, TAFE, etc., and the only thing they're focused on is, well, what job gets me a lot of money? What's my paycheck going to be? And that's fine. That's one way of thinking about work. But other people choose to pursue a job that is important to them because it is interesting, it's something they enjoy, or it helps people. You could be a doctor or a fireman or a policewoman, something like that. So do you agree or disagree with this statement? And then tell me why. Just a couple of sentences, 2 or 3 sentences for each of these questions in your digital notebook. And then question 4, select a job you are interested in. What financial and non-financial benefits would this work provide? So you're being selective here, picking one specific job and telling me specifically in this example, what financial and non-financial benefits would this work provide? So for example, what skills would you learn if you were working in IT? Or what skills would you learn if you were working as a lawyer, or if you owned a cafe, or if you were a head chef at some restaurant, something like that? What goods could you afford? So that's taking the theory of what we've learnt and then applying it into practice, into reality, using a real example of a real job. So just those 4 questions for today's lesson, guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. Email me, leave a comment in Google Classroom, either in the comment thread, or you can private comment me in the notebook. And yeah, thanks, guys. Cheers.